Hello and thanks for joining us here on Chasing the Dollar, brought to you by Sportingbet. Ben Damon's my name and we're going to go right around the country and have a look at some big greyhound racing this weekend. And to do so, Adam Pengilly joins us. Some good races to come up there.
Yeah, hello Ben, welcome back. We certainly are taking a leaf out of your book, jet setting from one side of the country to the other this weekend. Looking forward to the National Futurity Finals at the Gardens on Friday night. A couple of Mark Gatt pubs come up really short in the market. I don't think they're far from good things, so it'll be interesting to see which way the betting sort of goes in the lead up to Friday night. And we're looking forward to the Galaxy and Perth Cup on Saturday night as well.
Yeah, certainly. We're at the Gardens and we're at Cannington for this week's Chasing the Dollar. Of course, if you do want to have a look at Wentworth Park on Saturday night, as we usually take you through the quaddie legs, you can go to thedogs.com.au. Tim Newbold's gone through all the form there, so you can have a look at that. But let's get into the racing at the Gardens. We've got some fixed odds markets as well for these races through Sportingbet. And let's first up have a look at the Futurity. Here is the market for it. Of course, we do have one rather short. It's RITZA HATTIE. Drawn the outside here, $1.80. You get better value for the rest of them, but do you think the favourite is the way to go?
I'm not quite sure, Ben. There's no doubt she's definitely the best greyhound in the race, but $1.80 from box 8, I think we're prepared to look around her. She stumbled out of the boxes twice at the Gardens so far in this series, really charged home well. But from the draw here, I think we can look at something at a bit of better value here, which is why I'm leaning towards number 6, Zipping Delta. The big query for her is going to be what Little Satisfies does in box 5. Tends to track a little bit right in the first 20 to 30 metres. If she can just clear Little Satisfies, get a nice run through the first turn, I think she's a huge hope in this race at around the $5.50 mark. She's drawn inside of RITZA HATTIE this week. I thought she was fantastic last week when that greyhound only managed to capture in the last 20 or 30 metres. At the price, I think she's really good value in the Futurity final. I've thrown in number 8, RITZA HATTIE, for second. Like I mentioned earlier, definitely the best greyhound in the race. Can run blinding time at any track she goes to. From box 8 and with a little bit of speed drawn towards the inside, she might be giving a few of these a big start here. Number 4, Ruta Khan, goes in for third, the most inexperienced greyhound in the field, drawn to get an absolute gun run. A nice place bet for mine. And number 1, CAWBOURNE Rev, the best of the rest. My numbers are 6, 8, 4 and 1.
Well, race 8 on the program at the Gardens on Friday night is another Group 1. It's the National Derby. It's a ripping race as well. Let's have a look at this fixed odds market, and it is BOYCE Road from the Gatt Kennel. $2 it is just at the moment. We've got $3.25 for Evil Punk, which has drawn the 2, and then $5.50 for Zipping Brock, which is in box 8 here. Where are you going, Adam?
I'm much more comfortable about BOYCE Road this week, Ben. We took him on last week, got the cash with Evil Punk, back to box 1. I think he's a really good bet on the card at around the even money price at the moment. Worst case scenario, I see him lobbing really handy on the back of Evil Punk here. Should be able to shoulder his way through the first turn unimpeded. If he's within striking distance down the back straight, I think he wants to get in the queue. So number 1, BOYCE Road, the top pick in the race. I've made number 4, WAYMORE'S Blues, my Quinella dog in the race. Drawn beautifully between 2 moderate beginners. I thought it was a huge effort last week behind Zipping Brock. He goes in for second. Number 2, Evil Punk, drawn to get a soft run from box 2, goes in for third. And number 8, Zipping Brock, goes in for fourth. Awesome last week, but I think pretty awkwardly drawn outside RITZA Raider. My numbers are 1, 4, 2 and 8.
Okay, well, from the Gardens, we go to Cannington, and this will be late on Saturday night, New South Wales time. Let's have a look at the fixed odds market for the Galaxy, which is for the stayers. It is race number 5 on the program, $2.20. Born Ali, it has drawn the inside here. We have then $4 for Sweet It Is, which has drawn the 2. $4.40 is Ash Flash, and then DYNA Willow, an old favourite at $4.80. We'll be getting some of that?
Yeah, I think we will, Ben. There's no knock on Born Ali at all. She was absolutely super last week, running significantly faster time than anything else, but at $2.20, I think it's just way under the odds for mine. If you go back 2 starts ago, DYNA Willow gave Born Ali a cold in the Summer Plate final at Wentworth Park. She started a lot firmer in the market than what Born Ali did on that occasion. Discrepancy between the two here is just ridiculous, I think. So at around the $4.80, I think DYNA Willow is a really good bet. I know she didn't run great time last week. She raced in fairly tight the whole way through the trip. I think she just camps on the back of Born Ali and Sweet It Is early here. If she's within striking distance, I think she'll give you a huge sight at around the $4.80. I've made the main danger number 8, Ash Flash. She's got a huge motor, put him away really impressively in the back straight last week. Box 8's not going to affect her too much because he's pretty slow out of the traps. She just needs that little bit of room to balance up, and she can really motor when she does. Number 1, Born Ali, goes in for third. Like I mentioned earlier, definite claims from box 1, but around the $2.20 I think is well and truly under the odds. And number 2, Sweet It Is, goes in for fourth. My numbers are 3, 8, 1 and 2.
Well, that'll take us to the feature. It's race number 8 on the program. It is the Perth Cup, $140,000 to the winner, and it is a very, very tough race to pick as well. As the market indicates, have a look at this. There you go. So you can pick just about anything you like. You're going to get a good price. Having a look at the records of these greyhounds as well. Well, they've been winning races at Cannington like they're going out of style. It is very, very difficult to draw a line between them. Where are you going to go?
I think I agree with the market here, Ben. This is an absolute lottery. Speed drawn in boxes 4 through 8 with all the locals, but I'm actually leaning towards number 3, CAWBOURNE, at some sort of decent price around the $6 mark for Darren McDonald. He just has to step with him in the first 15 or 20 metres and there's a huge chance. Loved his run last week with General Destiny. Went toe-to-toe through the first turn, held his line the whole way, and was absolutely fantastic to the line. There's not a great deal of speed inside of him as well, which is going to suit. He just has to begin on level terms in that first 40 or 50 metres, and there's a huge chance at around the $6 mark. I've thrown in number 8, Star Recalling for second. Not badly boxed out there, I don't think. Blitzed him on the bunny last week and has claims in this race too. Then we go to number 4, Hillbilly Flash, who might get the run of the race if High Recall steps a little bit right at box rise. It has claims as well. And Zelamar Fever definitely has a chance in this race as well. I've only put that in for 4th. The Cannington Specialist, a little awkwardly drawn from line in between, plenty of speed. This is a really, really, really tough race. I've gone with 3, 8, 4 and 6.
Okay, well, those are the numbers for the Perth Cup. Adam, some very nice racing right around the country on the weekend. You're going to have a late night Saturday? Yeah,
it'll definitely be a late night on Saturday night, but I think it's a little bit of value you can find it as well, and both on Friday night and Saturday night. If you just bet around the favourites, I think you can really find some value in those big Group 1s.
All right, well, happy punting. And next week you can join us, of course. We'll be back to Wentworth Park to have a look at the quaddie legs. So we'll see you next time on Chasing the Dollar.